sugar daddy. We met on J-Date and we were married a year after meeting. He definitely wooed and wad me. Is that a word, wad? No, wad, maybe his money wad. We went on all these dates and he took me to all the hip restaurants and he had this amazing apartment and this beautiful black credit card and my soul and my breath were taken away. Is that what you're wearing? I hope you did. I really, really hope you did. Because you cannot be on my show looking like that. Come look at the camera. Come look at what he shows up to film in. Are we filming? I want to point at his shoes for a minute. Can we go down to his shoes? Wait, show everybody your shoes. We went sledding and he wore those shoes sledding. Shein is like Alibaba. And then Casa de 2021 was Forever 21. But we make it fancy, so instead of saying Shein, we say House of Shein. And instead of saying Forever 21, we say Casa de 2021. Because we're couture, I mean, hello. Hi, my name is Izzy, and I am an average rich housewife. An average rich housewife is a housewife, obviously, but we're average rich. We're not quite as wealthy as J-Lo and Jay-Z, but not quite living in the boroughs. I'm gonna let you into my world. The friends, the chaos.
Can I have a really dirty Grey Goose martini?
The restaurants, the fashion, all of it. You're going to see the inside world of an actual Manhattan housewife. Me and the sugar daddy met on J-Date, where all old Jews go to marry. And I fell in love with his like genuine soul. He's just a good dude. He can be moody at times, like most men. And he's actually a super nice guy. Like after dating so many losers in New York, when you meet someone that's like a genuinely nice person, it's hard not to just fall in love with them. Even if not in love, like a romantic sense, as a human, which I did both, but like I love him as a human, and he definitely has been the person that I wanted to raise children with, because I always say he's the kind of guy that you want your daughter to marry. He's the kind of guy that you want your sons to be like. He's a super hardworking guy, super dedicated to his family. He is 100% supportive of this project, however, decided not to be on the show because, you know, he's so rich and famous, he doesn't want to take the spotlight off of me. So he decided to continue with anonymity. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. I'm from Brooklyn. This is a Brooklyn education here. He really is a great dad and he's an amazing provider. He works hard. He's funny as fuck, sarcastic, moody. He's also like a little bit of a cranky Ashkenaz Jew, and I don't know if anybody knows Ashkenaz Jews. They're literally allergic to everything. Like if the moon isn't right and the sun isn't shining properly and the air is blowing the wrong way. I mean, I have a cat in Miami and he'll have an allergy attack in New York. Like he is very delicate. And like as like a rough and tumble Brooklyn girl, my tolerance for that is very small. So, you know, we have to balance out our interactions. But we have the happiest marriage you've ever seen. We live in all these different houses, not always together, sometimes together, but I feel like that's what keeps the marriage happy. Who wants to be together 24 hours a day? I mean, he should want to be with me 24 hours a day, obviously, but what can you say, whatever. So yeah, that's me and the sugar daddy story. We are married now 8 years, together 9 years. And he's a cool dude. He's funny. I like him. I'll keep him. He's an easy pet to keep. So my sugar daddy works a lot because somebody has to pay for all of this. So I do travel a lot with the kids. He does join us occasionally when he picks and chooses because, you know, he has that option. But traveling with him is a little different than when it's just me and the kids. Me and the kids will kind of rough it. We're happy to stay in Airbnbs. We like to be one with the people. Sugar daddy, no, sugar daddy is not one of the people. Sugar daddy needs first class from the gate. He needs to know the plan. There needs to be organization. There needs to be staff. There needs to be room service. There needs to be top-notch service. he has roughed it in the past with me, but I feel like his skin does better with 5-star service.
So, I'm able to say his name and you guys just bleep it out, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can you do that, Pete?
Oh, yeah. My relationship with the sugar daddy? Okay. My relationship right now. So,
When did you meet the sugar daddy?
I know, I'm trying to figure out how to say, like, he's not my sugar daddy. He's not my sugar daddy. Wait. Well, he's not my sugar daddy, but I met in Mexico through Izzy. He's a really good provider for his family. He really cares about everyone and is all about work.
My relationship with Sugar Daddy is great, honestly. We spent a lot of time together. I would be here every weekend watching the Kardashians on the couch all day long, especially on Sundays. I would start in the morning, watch all of the old episodes all day, and at about 8 p.m. every Sunday, he would always order a pizza. He would order 2, one for me, one for him. He would be upstairs doing his work and watching the football game, and I would be down here watching the Kardashians. And that was just our routine, and I absolutely loved it. It's really funny too, because sometimes like Izzy will say something, and Sugar Daddy and I will just look at each other like, he just gives me this look. I don't know how to explain it, but we just have this like, it's kind of like when you look at your best friend and you both know what you're talking about, but nobody else does. Yeah, that's us. I think the funniest story is when he came home from work one day and he was talking about retiring. And Izzy was like, retire? Like, you can't retire. Where are you gonna go every day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.? And he was like, well, I would be here. And she was like, oh, no, like, that's not gonna work. This is my office. So if you wanna not work, you have to go somewhere else. I just think it's so funny that he loves watching all of us live our best lives. Like, he wants to be at the office or in his home office working while we all just live our absolute best life. Like, he doesn't care about going on the trips with everyone. He doesn't care about going on all the adventures, but he is always down to fund them and hear about them when we come back. And I just love that about him. Now I'm seeing her just thriving, living her best life. I knew she would always be the best mom because she's always loved kids for as long as I can remember. And so I think that since meeting him, since having family with him, she's really just like tapped into everything that I could ever remember her dreaming of doing. And I love that.
Why?
Do my arms look fat in this dress?
No.
Okay.
Flex real quick. No, you're good.
So the sugar daddy isn't on my show because it's my show. Do we really need him? He is also one of the only people I have ever met, and I've had a few other partners, husbands, boyfriends before, that I can actually depend on in my life. Like, he is probably the only person I have ever given 100% trust to. Like, I do not trust anybody to do tasks for me. It's like my toxic trait. He is the only person that I will entrust to do tasks for me. I will literally ask him to do things that I would do because I know A, he would get them done like I do them, and B, he would get them done in a timely manner. I'm a little toxic that way, and he is the only person that is like me, like that. He's like a good human. With being a good human comes some toxicity. He's not always perfect. Sugar daddy is moody. The air has to be right. The sun has to be shining perfectly. The quality of the air has to be perfect. The food, the land, the terrain, in order for him to be having a wonderful day. If one of these things happen to be off, party's over. Close up shop. The sugar daddy is very sensitive and delicate. He's like an orchid. If he's not in the right climate or atmosphere, he will not flourish. He will actually wither away and die. But he's not dying fast enough for me to collect that insurance money. But if my sugar daddy ever retires, we're going to have to live in separate homes. I really don't care about what he does for a living as long as he leaves before I get up and comes home after I go to bed. I don't care what he does in between that time, literally. This is my office, this is my space, I am a housewife, this is the house, I am the wife, and he can't retire. Retirement is for when people die. And he's also too busy. He's the type of person that if he did retire, it would just be like a small in-between to his next career. Hopefully one that can afford us a private jet this time, not just a charter. It's lucky I stay with him. Although at this point, my stock has dropped, being 42 with 2 children, so I really have no choice. If the sugar daddy ever left me for a younger girl, I would hope that she liked children and to clean houses. I am all about this sister-wife life. I'm never divorcing him, so he's not like remarrying, but I will sister-wife all day long. Less work for me, ladies. The sugar daddy's amazing. He's like my number one guy, let's be honest. I'm his biggest fan. But I'm in Miami now. And when in Miami, it's like a smorgasbord. I wonder what's gonna happen here in Miami. I do have a date tonight. Stay tuned to find out with who. See you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Next week on The Average Rich Housewife. So the day's come, summer break is here. We are going on a road trip. We are going to stop in Orlando, head to Miami. We don't even pay him, to be quite honest. He comes over and just does it out of the goodness of his heart. Hey everyone, it's your favorite housewife, Izzy. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week. It's fine, it's fine. We all have our burdens to bear.